It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Would you be mine? Could you be my neighbor? Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Yes, it is a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. My name is Darrin L. And remember, I am your friend. So today, before I get started, I wanted to give it a little intro because I wanted to talk about something because, we've been talking a lot about, self-awareness and self-love and self-care, a lot of things dealing with self. And self is important. It's important for us to make ourselves a priority. And it's in the book. It's in the book. It's, the Bible tells us that we're to love God and love our neighbor, watch this, as we love ourselves. See, you can't love your neighbor if you don't love yourself. And how you love yourself is how you'll love others. And so, we got to start with self first. And we can't expect other people to do for us what we simply could do for ourselves. And that's what we're going to talk about on this Come On Here Somebody. And yes, it is a beautiful day in the neighborhood. My name is Darrin L. and I am your friend. So I'll be back in just a few moments to talk all about practical grandiosity. Yes, it's okay for you to be grand. Yes, it's okay for you to think highly of yourself. Because if you don't, no one else will. And remember, we teach people how to treat us. And how you view it is how they'll see it. So I'll be right back. We'll talk all about it. Welcome back, welcome back. This is Darrin L. once again. Come on here, somebody. And yes, as you can tell, it is a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Would you be mine? Could you be my neighbor? Whether you like it or not, you are my neighbor. We're told to love our neighbors as we love ourselves. And that's what I want to talk about today because, it's important for us to have a healthy sense of who we are. And that's why I talk a lot about self-love. I talk about self-awareness, self-acceptance, self-care. You have to have a healthy sense of self if you're going to be effective in anything that you do. And so I want to encourage you and inspire you before I go any further. I want you to know that you're special. I want you to know that in spite of what life circumstance you have been dealt, no matter what you have gone through in your life, your failures, your successes, your highs, your lows, your ups, your downs, all of that makes us unique. All of it makes us who we are. And so we don't ever want to devalue or discount or minimize our entire existence because all of it matters. It absolutely matters. And my name is Darrin L. And if you haven't done it already, I want to encourage you to subscribe, like, share, and comment to this YouTube channel. And at the end, I have a special offer. I want to offer you something. I want to give you something from my heart to yours. And it's absolutely free. And so I want you to hang on. But in the meantime, go ahead and subscribe, like, share, and comment to this YouTube channel because we have a lot of great things that are going to be coming your way. In fact, we have some great videos that we've already posted. So I want you to go at your leisure and browse around all the Come On Here Somebodies. These are very inspirational messages that I bring from my heart, and hopefully it gets to your heart. In fact, the most important thing that you can do for me, and this is the only ask that I really have, is that you share this message, that you share other messages that I posted, because I really want you to hear my heart and not your head. So, you hear this quite often. People say, as a man thinketh, so is he. That's something that is taken out of Proverbs 23:7. People quote that all the time. And sometimes they quote it in context. Sometimes they're out of context. But it is true. As a man, as a woman thinketh, so is he. So is she. So are they. Because what you hear affects what you think, and what you think affects what you will do or what you will ultimately become. So it is really important that we have a healthy sense of self, of who we are. And don't let anyone minimize who you are. Don't let anyone devalue you. You know, you have a lot of great things. And most importantly, don't do it to yourself. Please. And if you've been doing it, if you've been beating yourself up, if you've been down on yourself, if you have come on. Can we agree today that you're going to give yourself a break? And you're going to look in the mirror today. Come on, why don't you put your mirror up right now and say, mirror, mirror on the wall. Yeah, mirror on the wall. You got to begin to have some affirmations about your life. I am wise. I am smart. I am beautiful. I am healthy. Come on here, somebody. You have to begin to speak into your life, because life and death is in the power of the tongue. And it's really important, because you'll encounter people in your life, and these people will come into your life and they'll speak negative things. You're probably experiencing that all across social media right now. And that's why you want to be careful what you feed into your spirit, because life and death is in the power of the tongue. What you hear affects what you think, and what you think affects what you will do or what you will ultimately become. And so it's really important what you allow in your space. In your space. See, I don't allow everybody to speak into my life, because not everybody is qualified. Come on here, somebody, to speak into my life. And how I know someone is qualified is because they'll edify. Those that are qualified will edify, because the Bible tells us that we are to edify one another. And if you're not about edifying me, if you're not about building me up, and you're always tearing others down, you're not qualified. Somebody said, they're not qualified. They're not qualified. Come on, we need to set the bar high. Not only just set the bar, but be the bar. Ooh, glory to God. I feel my help. Let me say that again. We're not here just to set the bar, but we're here to be the bar. You got to raise people up to your level of expectation. Stop surrounding yourself around negative people who always feed negativity in your life, always speaking negative about other people, because that stuff is contagious. I don't know about you, glory to God, but I don't want it in my spirit. I don't want it in my heart. I don't want it in my mind. I don't want it in my life. You have to make up in your mind today that there's some things that I will not tolerate. Today I will draw the line. Today I will set boundaries for my life. And there's just some folk in our lives that aren't good enough to be in our lives. Come on, we have to be real. Somebody said we got to be real. Here comes Harris. You got to be real. There's some people who are just not qualified. Stop trying to take people with you who are not qualified to speak into your life. If they're not edifying you, they're tearing you down. They're not qualified. Woo, glory to God. I want you to start thinking about those folks. Yeah, somebody just popped up in your head just now because you just got off the phone with them. They just sent you a text. Come on here, somebody. Yeah, they just sent you a chat on Instagram. Come on Facebook. I said, if they won't edify you, they're not qualified to be with you. Somebody say, let them go. Come on here, somebody. Say, let them go. Let them go. Because if they're not helping you to advance, if they're not helping you to go and grow to the next level, they're not qualified. But here's what I want to caution you. Because see, when you start thinking like this, when you have a healthy sense of who you are, a healthy sense of self, there's some folk that just not gonna like you no more. Yeah, I'm not telling you something that I wrote about. I'm not telling you something I read about. I'm telling you what I know. Okay, yeah, because there's some folk who want to control you. They want to try to mold you. They want to try to shape you. And if you're not thinking the way they want you to think, if you're not doing what they want you to do, if you're not acting the way they want you to act, then there's something wrong with you. Come on here, somebody. Somebody say, I know he's talking right. Yeah. So you got to be careful. So here's what I want to caution you, because there's some folk, when you start to have a healthy sense of who you are and who God has created you to be, they'll say things like, who does she think she is? Who does he think he is? Look at her. She thinks she's all that. He thinks he's all that. No, boo. The actuality is you think that I'm all that, and I thank you for thinking that I'm all that. That's what you got to learn to tell them. My name is Darrin L. Harrison, and I'm your friend. If you haven't done it already, why don't you go ahead, subscribe, like, share, and comment, because here I come. I'm not wasting no time. I'm about to get straight to the heart of the matter. Yeah, once again, when you decide to have a healthy sense of self, when you decide that you are going to be everything that God has created you to be, when you decide that you will not allow the status quo, social media, come on here somebody, the news, your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother, your auntie, your uncle, shenene, boo-boo, none of them. When you decide, come on here somebody, to be who God has created you to be, there's some folk who are just not gonna like it. Yeah, they're gonna talk about you. Yeah, they're gonna say some things about you. And the truth of the matter is, we all have this sense of grandiosity. Yeah, we all have this sense of wanting to feel important, and we all have this sense of wanting to do things that are great. Because it's innate. We are creators. God has called us to be creators. We are formed and in the image and likeness of God. I don't know any I don't know any person that's not grander than God. Come on here somebody. And if we're made in his likeness and made in his image, we have a need to do great things. In fact, it was Jesus who said, "Greater things shall you do." But that is the practical grandiosity. You have people who live a fantasy where they think that they're larger than life, where they think they're bigger than other people. Come on here. And they think that they're bigger than their circumstance and not being real with the situation. But that's a fantasy. I don't want to deal too much about that. I want to talk about practical grandiosity. It's okay to think highly of yourself. It's okay to have a healthy sense of self, because that's the thing that's going to motivate you to want to do better. It's going to motivate you to want to grow better. It's going to motivate you to want to change your current condition to get into a better space. That's healthy grandiosity. That's practical grandiosity. I'm not talking about living in a fantasy. And we're not talking about narcissism. Yeah, you got some narcissists out there and where they think everything revolves around them. Everything is about me. It's never about the bigger picture. It's never about other people, but it's all about them. That's why I do these things. And I come and I share my heart, because it's never been about me. Glory to God. But it is about all of us. And here's what I believe, here's what I know, that no one of us is smarter than all of us. So it's really important that we have a healthy sense of self. I'm not talking about thinking or having what I call the big head. Because sometimes we get the big head. Sometimes that head can get so big and then it'll start to lift up like a balloon, and if it rains, you'll drown. Come on, that head's so big. Come on here, somebody. And we're not talking about the big head. We're not talking about narcissism. We're talking about having a practical sense of self, practical grandiosity, which means that you see bigger for yourself. You want bigger for yourself. You want more for yourself. You want more for your family. You want more for your ministry. You want more for your business. There's nothing wrong with wanting more. We're taught all throughout the Bible to want more. But not just to want more, but to be more. So that's exactly what I wanted to talk to you about today, because, you know, a lot of people, they get it confused. And I wanted you to hear my heart and not your head, because if you hear your head, you're all messed up. So here's why this is important for me to really give you this message. Because I want to inspire you. I want to encourage you. I want to motivate you But most importantly, I want you to be able to transform you. Did you hear what I said? I want you to be able to transform you. Because see, there's only so much I can do. I can give education, I can give information, I can give motivation, but I can't give the transformation. The change comes with you. You must be the change that you wish to see. You must create the change that you wish to be. So let them talk. That's the easy way to weed them out. Glory to God. Here come Harris. Somebody say, here come Harris. Yeah, you want to weed some folk out? Start focusing on you. Yeah, you want to get rid of some people in your life who mean you no good, who always tear you down. Every time you try to go to do something good in your life, they got something negative to say. You want to weed them out? Start focusing on you. Put the focus on you. Make you the priority and watch how they go fleeing like flies. Woo, glory to God. I know I'm talking right. You ain't got to say nothing. I know that I'm talking right. If you want to get rid of the dead weight, start putting the focus on you and watch how they fly. That's all I got for y'all today. There's a lot more in my spirit because I've really been thinking about this whole idea because, a friend of mine, and I ain't gonna call your name, but, they deal with that. And we had this conversation, right? And what I said to him was that you have to realize that as you go and grow to the next level, you can't take everybody with you. Not everybody's going to understand. Even as I talk about goal setting, goal writing, you got to set goals, you got to have objectives. It's got to be a smart goal too, and you got to think about a time frame. You don't want to take your time, so you want to put a time on it. You got to think about what are your constraints, what are your resources, but most importantly, you got to think about who's there. And even more important than who's there, who's not there. So that's what I want to leave you with. I want you to start thinking about it. As you start getting ready to go and grow to the next level, then you need to think about who needs to be with you and then who doesn't need to be with you. That's all I got to say. I'm here to give you help, hope, and healing. Now, whatever you do with it, boo, is what you do with it, okay? But there's some folk, they mean you no good. All they're doing is holding you down and stopping you and blocking you from the blessings that God has in store for you. You got to make a decision. Somebody say, I got to make a decision. I just wanted to put something on your shoulder so you can keep it what? On your mind. My name is Darrin L. Harris, and remember, I am your friend. Look, if you haven't done it already, I want you to subscribe, like, share, and comment to this YouTube channel. Most importantly, I want you to share this message because somebody else needs to know that there's help, there's hope, and there's healing. That's what we're here to do. We're here to give help, hope, and healing. So I want you to share this message. Not only do I want you to share this message, but I want you to go to my website, which is www.darrin, that's DARRINLHarris.com. I have a free ebook, yes, free, F-R-E-E, free ebook that I wrote just for you. I wrote it just for you, and it will bless you. So you just go to my website, that's DARRINLHarris.com. I want you to be blessed, and I want you to share that as well. Also, in addition to all of that, I've written a book called Living Life, Leaving Legacy. Living Life, Leaving Legacy, and it is on Amazon. It is on Amazon. It is a great book. It's called Living Life, Leaving Legacy, and it talks a little bit about my life, but most importantly, at the end of each chapter, there is a life and leadership lesson. Look, I don't have all the answers. I don't know it all, but here's what I do know. No one of us is smarter than all of us. We may not have it all together, but together we can have it all. And sometimes the only thing is missing is you. So I want you to add value, of course, by reading the book, and let me know what you think. Add value. Help me out. Help your boy out. I need some encouragement, some time myself. So as we leave, once again, subscribe, like, share, and comment. I want to hear from you. My name is Darrin L. Harris, and remember, I am your friend, and it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Would you be mine? Could you be my neighbor? Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh, it's really sweet.